Well, hello there. Let's create a budget for the month of May, shall we? Before I do that, I want to show you guys these pants I made. So, in the last video I said I have not sewn in basically forever, and that made me a little bit sad because I love sewing and it's my favorite hobby and I just haven't made any time for it lately. So I made these pants and I'm so proud of them. I love how they turned out. So they are leggings, like athletic leggings. And I know you all probably don't care, but I share stuff with you, and so I'm sharing these. So look at how beautiful the waistband came out. It's like a crossover waistband. I love it so much. Each side has pockets. And yeah, I just think they came out so nice. Here's the back. And I think today I'm going to make like a matching sports bra with the fabric that's left over. So yeah, a little squirrel moment, but just wanted to show you that. This is my daughter's little bunny making an appearance today. Okay, let's get to the budget. So, well, here's my calendar spread for May. I still decorate with the stickers, but earlier in the year I was doing in addition to the calendar, like the monthly calendar, I was also doing these vertical layouts for every single week of the month. And look, I guess this is where I stopped, February, because I just basically stopped having time. So I do decorate the calendar because I like to make it pretty, but I have not been using these pages at all in the planner because I don't track my spending anymore. So yeah, a big chunk of this planner is not even used, but what are you gonna do? Okay. Here is my monthly budget sheet. Let's get out my calculator. And let me just triple check because this is the first time. Okay, 1720 is what I'm working with now. I want to write in a color that you all are going to be able to see, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just have to zoom you in editing so that you can see. Let's see, so May 5th and May 19th are my pay dates. And we're working with $17.20 now per check. So that is going to be $34.40. So I just want to go back and check last month because this is the first full month with my raise. And so last month we were working with $3,300, so an extra $140. Wow, that's awesome. Okay. Oh, you know what else I have to do? I have to get my bill sheet and my budget sheet. So I have this bill sheet that I created. This, I'll show it better in a second. This is just so that I make sure I don't miss anything when I'm making my budget. And this is why I love Happy Planner. You could just rip it out and put it wherever you need to. So I take this out of every month and put it in the next month and use this to help me with making my budget. Again, it has all my bills on here and I make sure that I can, check everyone off as I do my budget. So that has to go in there. And then I also am going to take this monthly budget sheet. Oh, well, no, I'm not. I'm going to take my sinking fund sheet because this is basically my only list of all my sinking funds. And I like to have the full list to look at to see which ones I want to stuff. So I'm actually just going to put this right up here. You all won't be able to see it, but I will. Okay, so we'll put the bills here. And we're good to go. Now I will refer back to the 2 bi-weeklies for April because I pay, half of my bills at the beginning of the month, half of my bills, the second paycheck or the end of the month. And I like to see which ones I pay first because, obviously things have due dates and whatever. So I'll use that more when I'm doing my 2 bi-weeklies. So I make a monthly budget for the entire month. And then I basically split it in half, for each one paycheck in the beginning of the month, one paycheck in the middle of the month. Hope that makes sense. Words are hard. Okay. So we're working with $34.40 for the month. And let me just start by writing out all the bills. So while I'm doing this, I'm just going to explain kind of the process here. So this is called a zero-based budget. Okay, and basically what that means is you are spending every single dollar before you get it. And by spending, I don't mean you're going shopping with all your money. By spending, I mean you are allocating your funds towards bills, variable expenses, which are like your day-to-day spending on things that you're going to spend money on, your sinking funds, and then your savings challenges. So this whole $3,440 is going to be spent here in the budget. That way I don't have a bunch of extra money sitting in my bank account, to spend. So that is the purpose of a zero-based budget. And yeah, you're just going to see how I do it here. So I'm just writing down all of my bills here. Sorry if this is boring. I will say that Comcast, so I did cancel that because I got the new internet through Verizon. So I'm going to have to put Verizon here. However, the final payment is due May 7th. Now, it's 92, but I budget 96 just in case it goes up. And it will be less than that because they bill kind of like a month ahead. So the bill that comes out May 7th, I think, is for like mid-April to mid-May. So because I ended the service, I think like April 26th or so, I have maybe 15 or so days that bill is for, but that I did not use. So I'm expecting a little bit of a refund back, but I don't know how much. I'll probably have to call because that's just how things go. I guarantee they don't give it to me like they should, but anyway. And then Verizon, I'm not sure how much that's going to be. I'm going to budget 50, and then if it's less, that's great. It's like 35 plus tax, I think. I wonder if I could actually see that online, how much the bill is going to be. Yeah, I'm going to pause you and go check that out. BRB. Okay, I'm back. So, it does look like it's going to be right around 35. However, next month it says it's going to be higher. There's like some kind of one-time charge on there. Go figure. And so since my cell phone now and the internet are both through Verizon, I'm just going to put one bill instead of separating it into phone and Verizon or internet. I'm just going to put Verizon, and that will be both phone and home internet. And it says the next bill is going to be about $137. So I'm going to put $138 here. So hopefully that doesn't change. So yeah, okay, so that's that. And then on my bill sheet here, Comcast is gonna go away. And then we're gonna do Verizon. And I'm just gonna put 45 here. Again, that's an overestimate, but I'd rather be over than under. So I basically have an extra bill this month because I'm still paying Comcast. So that stinks, but at least it's a month where I have my raise now to cover it. So, and then my current snowball payment is $305, and I think that's everything. I just want to make sure. Oh no, Netflix and YouTube TV. Okay. See, I forgot these things over here. Okay. And then also, the last thing I do here, which I do put in with my bills, even though it's not a bill, is an Amazon gift card because I budget every paycheck for an Amazon gift card for myself. However, the last literally like 3 paychecks, I have not even been buying the gift card because I have not been shopping on Amazon. So yay, go me. So I'm going to leave that off this month. And then if I need to buy something on Amazon, I'll just pull it from a buffer. Okay, so let's see what this totals. I think it's going to be pretty high. Ouch, $22.42. And some of these things I like to overestimate rather than underestimate because obviously if you have extra money left over, that's better than having to find extra money to cover the bills. So some of these things might not be as high, like electric. It has been a little bit warmer, so we haven't had the heat on as high, so I'm hoping that's not as high. The water bill, hopefully that's not as high, but because they're kind of, they change every month. Like I said, I like to overestimate rather than underestimate. Okay, so the total bills add up to $22.42. So if I take that away from $34.40, I have $11.98 left to work with for cash envelopes, sinking funds, and savings challenges. So again, I like to refer back to my last monthly budget. And these, my categories and my amounts always stay the same because they pretty much work for me. The only one that I usually go over in is dining, but I then pull from fund money or miscellaneous money. So I don't see a need to increase my dining because I have other spending money in other categories that I don't usually spend all of. To cover it. So, all right, so 280 plus 40 is 160 plus 100 plus 80. Now remember, this is for an entire month, so each of these categories will basically get split in half for each paycheck, okay? So we had $11.98 left after bills. We're going to subtract $660 for our variable spending, and we have $538 left. And I know I'm going back a lot, but I just am checking based on last time. Okay, so, last time we only had $2.99 left after our cash envelope, so I say we're doing pretty good. Okay, so here's where I decide what sinking funds I want to stuff. And this is obviously going to be different for everyone. You will be stuffing what is a priority for you at the time, right? So, if you have no debt, you're obviously not going to be stuffing your debt sinking funds. If you have maybe a bunch of birthdays coming up, that might be a sinking fund that you want to that might be a sinking fund that you want to, stuff some more in at the time. So It just depends on what is a priority to you at that time. So I am writing down some things that I think I want to stuff, and then from there I will probably narrow it down a little bit further. Some of these I may not end up stuffing. It depends once I get into the money how much I end up having left. Okay, so, and I'm sorry if my writing is sloppy and you can't read it. I'm trying to hurry up a little bit so this video doesn't take forever. Okay, so that's all out of, now these are not all of my sinking funds, but these are all I think that I want to stuff for the month. So I have $538. So I'm going to put that on my calculator, and what I normally do with the budget is I usually take about 100 for challenges, and then I like to, you know, kind of split 50 per paycheck, and then work with the remainder for sinking funds. But I don't think I'm going to do that this time because I want to maybe stuff a little bit more into challenge. I don't know. I'm just going to kind of figure out the money here as I go. So I'm going to do 20 in emergency. Let's go for 75 in debt. Let's go big. And then I'm going to do, let's do 40 in Christmas, 20 in Black Friday. And again, I may come back and change these amounts. Again, it just all depends on the numbers here, okay? So let's do 60 in vacation. Beauty, I do need to stuff some. Let's do 50. Prime is 20. Subscriptions, let's do 40 because I know I need money for my Sirius XM, which is renewing in June. So, all right, Penelope, she just got her grooming appointment, so she's pretty good. So let's do just 20 for her. Car maintenance, I don't need anything for the car right now, so let's do 10, medical 10, and then groceries, let's do 40. I think that's actually probably pretty good, and then I have 133 left. So let's add these up. $405. And that's actually kind of more than I usually stuff in my sinking funds. So I think we're pretty good. So 538 minus 405 means I have $133 left for challenges. Okay, and then that is a zero-based budget. I have zero left. So if I take my total income, $34.40, I subtract $22.42 for my bills. I subtract $6.60 for my variable expenses or cash envelopes. I subtract $405 for my sinking funds, and then I subtract $133 for challenges, and I have zero left. So that is a zero-based budget. So now from here, what I will do is I have, two bi-weekly budget sheets. One for the first paycheck, one for the second paycheck. I will basically split all of this in half. Split the bills in half, pay half the bills with one check, half with another. Split the cash envelopes, so I have half of the cash for the first paycheck, half of the cash for the second paycheck for those 2 weeks of spending. Split these in half, pay, stuff some of these with one paycheck and some of them with another, and then I'll split the challenges in half as well, and have half of the money for challenges for one paycheck and the other half for the other paycheck. So I hope that makes sense. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions on how to create a zero-based budget or, what it is, what sinking funds are, what savings challenges are, any of that stuff, just let me know down below. I'd be happy to answer. Thank you so much for watching, for being here. I truly appreciate all of you, and until the next one, bye.